Hey, this is Barton Smock. It's September 8th of 2017. I'll be reading some poems. All my collections are available on Lulu. Um, you probably hate self-published things, but I have a hard time being calm. Here we go. Notes from Life Under Bell. On video, my cousin is singing a song she's learned by heart. She's maybe 4. I don't know where to begin. This pond behind her, perhaps, that in my memory is the size of a fire pit, or maybe here, in the darkening sameness of those sentences strung together by cows, or years from now even, with the word no and her sister's look-alike being assaulted by an only child in a library of fragile non-fiction. My cousin is singing a song she's learned by heart. She's 5, a careful 6, sounds fossil. No city half-imagined, no insect obsessed with privacy. Time matters to the frog we catch. There are days he is the son of muscle memory and funny bone. Days his hands are gloves from a small god. Poor god, he says, and grows. Days he can carry a circle to any clock in the town of hours. Days his past can be heard by his siblings. You're beautiful the way you are. Days his blood pushes a breadcrumb through his thigh. Days his scar is a raft for ear number 3. Nights his brain, the separation of church and church. Violence is a dreamer. A boy on a stopped bus is dared to eat a worm. It feels authentic. Alas, there is no worm. The devil knows to stay pregnant. Word spreads about the girl without a tongue, cricket lover, and then bulimic when she won't sneeze. The mother of your hand is smashing spiders with her wrist. We have a high chair for every creature that eats its own hair. The twins in the attic have switched diapers. Skeptics. Voices heard by the ghost of my stomach. It is snowing the first time my daughter drives alone. Ohio is cruel. Stillbirth, old 4 eyes. You want them to like you, the insects you save. A lawnmower starts and dies and is pushed by a noisemaker past Fogg's dark church. An unprepared prophet drinks the milk meant for baby eyesore. My sister loses most of her hair putting together a puzzle of her mouth. A bomb is dropped on a bomb. The man his shadow and the woman her dream. Their child its track of time. On stage a dog barks at an empty stroller. The mosh pit is weak. Last count had 3 pregnant, 3 resembling the man who unplugged my father, and 2 praying for the inner life of a whole. On stage a boy is holding up a kite for another boy to punch. Dog's been tased. We put a museum on the moon. I had all my dreams at once. A mouse was wrapped in a washcloth, then crushed with the songbook of Baby Hairless. Fire treats grass like fire. Outside the bathroom's designer absence, our melancholy impressed by symbolism, we form a line. Tree, the unbathed statue of your screaming. Shade, the folder of my clothes. Praying he'll see again them cows of Lake Suicide. The handcuffed frog shepherd prays he'll see again them cows of Lake Suicide. A body to dry my blood, some god seeing me as a person. How quickly birth gets old. Lonelier than creation, I have nothing on trauma. Genetically speaking, I don't think anybody expected us to spend so much time on one idea. This open umbrella, ghost at the keyboard. And in the spacecraft where mother diapers the doll that makes her fat, there plays the voice of God asking for a film crew none will miss. We wore clothes as an apology for being nearby. A door was a door, a ghost was a ghost and a door. The house was possible. Its rooms were not. Baby was a body spat from the mouth of any creature dreaming of a bathtub. I got this life jacket from a scarecrow, said the red-headed tooth fairy. His baby is wailing in its crib for its mother, and he mans you up for a cigarette and blows on the baby's face, and somewhere you yourself have stopped crying as you are pulled from a pile of leaves by 2 people made of smoke. For a spine, doll praised a fork. All kinds of shapes miscarry. One day my son is dying, the next he is not, and the next he is. Day 4, Prayer is dismissive but welcome. Whose past is how we left it. Body is delivered twice, beginning and end, nostalgia and wardrobe. Middle eats everything. It snowed and I thought my blood was melting. Could be the way you reason that happens for a reason. I was a kid when Mouse was a kid. There is no hope and I hope. My son's weight is a cricket on a piano key. It's more than I can handle that God gave us God. Aside. We don't come out faking our death, but are born because birth can't sleep. Aside. I study lullaby and lullaby bruise. It takes 4 juveniles to recruit his thumb. His fist has been called hitchhiker practicing yoga in a junkyard. I cannot visit the instant ruin that forgiveness creates. Sickness in the young is God's way of preventing nostalgia from becoming the God I remember. I was beautiful, but now I'm ugly. Now being the most recognizable symbol of the present. This is the silence I speak of. My son says, more ball, and you hear, moon bone. He is very sick. His moon has bones. The disappearance surrounding said event. A horse belly up in water's blood. Sea telescope. Also, cane of the blind ghost. Magician, maybe, on a rabbitless moon. O cure, O silence afraid to start a sentence. In the photograph a fist is cut from, a kneeling family of 5 is putting to bed the unremembered present. Traced perhaps for a terrible circle, today was mostly your hand. Oh, not a touchscreen.